Morocco's King Mohammed has declared 3 days of national mourning here in Marrakesh, and that is because his country has been completely devastated by an extraordinary earthquake, totally unexpected in cities like this, Marrakesh. This has been the scene here in the Medina, the most ancient part of this ancient city. Here, a building clearly ripped away by this earthquake that measured 6.7 on the Richter scale, but the scenes have been even worse in the interior of the country, where one woman who was trapped for some 12 hours was pulled from rubble in a remote village. Now, there are 13 people dead here in Marrakesh. Across the country, more than 1,300 people have died, and the authorities here expect those numbers to climb with some rapidity. Their problem, though, is getting out into the areas that are worst affected. The epicenter is about 45 miles south of Marrakesh, but the areas that have been really badly devastated, according to the local authorities, have been villages in the foothills of the Atlas Mountains. These are villages that aerial photographs have already showed have been completely flattened, with one or two houses remaining looking as if they've been built on scree. That scree, that rubble, was once villages, and is in those areas where the authorities are most concerned that the numbers of casualties, of the dead and injured, will climb. But of course, the other problem for the authorities is that getting to these locations is really going to be very, very difficult, because they're saying large numbers of the roads, the communication networks, have been severed by this earthquake, which was completely unanticipated. No locals I've spoken to here in Marrakesh can remember any history of earthquakes here. Elsewhere in the country, yes, but here they say they've never experienced, and no history, they say, of any kind of earthquake. But this is the result. Bedsteads, bedding, carpets left hanging over the edge of walls that have been utterly sliced away as this ancient city has been rebuilt over the last few decades. Enormous amount of effort has been put into the reconstruction of Marrakesh, particularly here in the Medina, one of the prides of Morocco, very much a tourist destination, but also a location of one of the king's major palaces. It is very much the cultural center for many Moroccans, and this is what this latest earthquake has done. Sam Kiely, CNN in Marrakesh.